your news blurbs and all the breaking news I still haven't broke yet on the website of our friends over at South Texas Speedway. You got to check out their great website, South Texas Speedway, southtxspeedway.com. You find Scott's great racetrack out there. We'll tell you all about that over the course of the night in the next couple of days, as well as we get to know South Texas Speedway, get to know Scott Bogloff. Thank him for coming on aboard, and all these guys over here. Dirt Swing Outlaws live in a living color, and hopefully going to be coming to you live via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV in any second here, as I know we Todd down there working. I believe Jack may also jump in here and try to help you out, give you some picture stream out there. So as we're working feverishly behind the scenes, we apologize for the gremlins here. We just never know what's going to happen when we put these things live on the airwaves. But we have on the pole for heat race number 3, car number 12 of Marcus Mays, alongside the number 33, the high side hustler, Martin Karch. In row number 2, the number 50 car is Brent Pryor with the number 15 of Scott Schroyer on the outside of the second row. In row number 3, in the number 95 car, that is Greg Lewis. And alongside, in the number 5, that is Mr. Excitement, David Day. And shotgun on the field, driving car number 77. That is going to be Gary Budson. So 7 rockets out there. Third and final heat race of the night. Great car count for the DSO here this evening. Great to have these guys aboard live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Apologize, you guys out there. I think you guys may be seeing a little bit of a black screen out there. We are definitely working on this behind the airwaves, trying to get you guys that picture out there. We'll take you here through radio style call until that picture does appear. Off of 4, iRacing, I flag, green flag going up in the air. Marcus Mays now going to lead Martin Karch off a second corner. Brent Pryor, Scott Schroyer, the 15, they're going to race their way into turns number 3 and 4 to complete lap number 1 at the line. Too close to call at the line. Give it to Marcus Mays off the corner, but Martin Karch, he is digging to the low side. Todd, I believe you may be with me now, racing for the race lead for the first time in 33.
Definitely here, everything locked and loaded. Sorry guys, thank you for staying tuned with the Full Velocity Racing Network. Thank you for everybody that was pulling for me to get this thing working live. You got to see some of the background here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. One of my monitors went south here on my 6 monitors, so I only have 5 monitors now, so I have to make do with what I have here. So now down to 5 monitors. Normally it was on the one screen, so it's tough, Phil.
It's tough. You're doing a little monitor and a half like I got. I know you got 5 to put the picture up every night, but
no, 6. I had 6, Phil.
You had 6. We'll feel the burn there for about 2 seconds, Tom, as I'll play you a sad song on the world's smallest violin as we work through turns number 1 and 2. Marcus Mays leading Martin Karch now off of turn number 2. Martin's got to buy a nose off the corner. This time, my Todd, cross flags and go in the air. We're going to be halfway home here in heat race number 1, or heat race number 3.
Great race between Martin Karch and Marcus Mays. Mays on the top side for the Speedway, the number 12 machine. Martin Karch down to the bottom side. Look at the side-by-side battle going on here. The 50 of Brett Pryor doing a fantastic job. He's down low in the number 15 is Scott Schroyer. Also David Day, the number 5. That's 3-unit.ca machine. He's in a great battle with Greg Lewis.
Greg Lewis there, that number 95 car. Those guys really having a battle for, you said, that 5th spot, the 95 of Lewis, the 5 of David Day, but they're racing there outside the top 4, but it's a good race going on to the 3 and 4. But Todd, this looks like a pace lap off of number 4. Karch versus Mays on the front row. You got Pryor versus Schroyer, Lewis versus Day, the top 6. Are we green or are we in a restricted plate track? I thought we were Volusia tonight. Look at this great battle in the 3 and 4, racing all the top 6.
Yeah, definitely a great battle. High-speed chess match at Volusia Speedway, and you would think it's in Talladega, Phil. Like you said, we've had a couple of races as of late at Talladega, watching side-by-side racing action. But heck, we're at the dirt track. This is where we want to be, side-by-side. These guys not touching each other, not really rubbing as of right now. But Martin Karch leading his white flag in the air. One more trip around Volusia Speedway.
One more trip around for car number 33, and this one would probably feel really good for Martin. He's been working really hard getting his new setups out there, rocking and rolling, fixed setups out here. The Pro Late models, the awful turn, a drag race between him and Marcus Mays to the line. Martin Karch going to pick up the win in heat race number 3. Marcus Mays in for 2nd, Scott Schroyer for 3rd, Brent Pryor 4th. Greg Lewis going to run out our top 5. David Day and Gary Budson going to round out our 7-car field there for heat race number 3. So that is going to do it for heat races here tonight, live on the Full Velocity Racing Network, as we finally got that live picture rolling in for you guys. You guys get a little peek behind the scenes here, but Gotta thank our sponsors here. Once again, of course, thank Hanover Record Service. Check Tyler Blankenship and his great YouTube, our Facebook page over there. Hanover Record Service. Gotta thank him for all the contributions. To not only does he does here to the Full Velocity Racing Network, but to the entire iRacing Dirt community as a whole. Tyler, thank you very much. Hanover Record Service. Check those guys out. Also, a big shout to our buddy Jeff Brown over at iRacing iFlag. You're gonna get one of those iFlags. Telemetry widgets. They give you an upper hand over the competition. You've got to get your hands on one of those now. You can do so at going over to iRacingIFlag.com. Great to welcome aboard our friends Brian and Kathy Boyles over from Boyles Trucking. If you've got any kind of freight that needs to be hauled, so need a big rig, need something to get hauled out there, need something to be moved, well, look no further than Boyles Trucking, independently owned. Check them out now over at Boyles Trucking on Facebook. Contact them. Their rates are very reasonable. No job too big or too small. You can haul anything and everything with those guys. Check them out. Boyles Trucking over on Facebook. Also, a big shout today. We're going to say hello to our friends over at South Texas Speedway. Check them out today. SouthTXSpeedway.com. Going to thank Scott Bogloff for coming aboard. Also going to say hello to our friend Sam and Vlad over at BladeNode.com. He uses a web hosting, DPS server, dedicated server. Check those guys out for all your needs out there in the computer world. Simple web solutions powered by nerds. Check them out now at BladeNode.com. We use promo code FDRN. You'll get 25% off your first monthly purchase over there. Check those guys out, BladeNode.com. Also, a big shout to our buddy Jake Keel over at Monstar Productions. The Firecracker 40 will be live on our airwaves here at the network on July the 2nd. Check out Monstar Productions now, Monstar with 2 R's on Facebook. Give our buddy Jake a like over there as well. Shoot him a message. Be a part of the Firecracker 40 live on Full Velocity July the 2nd. Sign up now. You'll find out how over there at Monstar Productions. Also, big shout outs to our sponsors also, TDR Racing League, Har Motorsports, Trash Panda Graphics, new sponsor coming aboard. Going to thank Jason Salter for coming on. Also thank Jim Revis over at Evil One Graphics, and also our buddy Brendan Spadafora over at Full Throttle with the Gent. You're going to check out his great podcast show over on YouTube, Full Throttle with the Gent. It's our buddy Brendan over there. Very insightful, very entertaining. Got to thank all of our partners that make the Full Velocity Racing Network go around, and got to thank all you out there, our adoring public, our fans. Nothing can be done without you guys, and we thank you for all you do for us, because it's not without you that any of this is possible for us. So we appreciate all your support. As it looks like, Todd Stanton, we are ready to set lock and load for what is going to be a lightning fast 30-lap feature event. Dirt Swinging Outlaws Pro Late Models about to take to the racetrack for the first time. So any further ado, Todd, why don't you take us to our starting lineup for our feature event?
And now our starting lineup for the Hanover Record Service Pro Late Model Division here at the Dirt Slinging Outlaws. Starting on the pole, driving the 07. That is Howard Weaver. His dancing partner on the outside, driving the 017. That's Adam Joseph.
In row number 2, we find the driver of car number 33. That is Martin Karch, and alongside in the 55, Steven Spees.
Inside row number 3, starting the 5th starting position, that's the driver of the 21C. That's Nathan Kassler. Kassler aboard the 21C. And his dancing brother outside, driving the number 12. That's Marcus Mays. Mays aboard the number 12.
Rolling off of row number 4 tonight aboard car number 66. That is Spencer Swafford. And alongside in the number 7, that is Justin Witt.
Inside row number 5, starting in the 9th starting position, driving the number 15 here tonight. That's the Sidewinder, that's Scott Schroyer. And his dancing partner outside, driving the number 44 Mud Duck Racing Hanover Record Service number 44. That is Tyler Blankenship. Blankenship aboard the number 44.
Starting off 11th tonight will be the driver of car number 97, also out of the Mud Duck Racing Stables. That is Blake Keither, and alongside in the number 50, that is Brent Pryor.
Rolling off in the 13th starting position, driving the number 31, that's Mike Cron. Cron aboard the number 31 machine. And his dancing brother outside, driving the number 28, that's Steven Spees. Spees aboard the number 28.
Rolling off of 15th tonight will be the driver of car number 95, that is Greg Lewis. And alongside in the 343, sideways, AJ Cruz.
Next row back, driving the number 84. That is the 17th starting position. That's TJ McGuire. And outside him, that's Mr. Excitement aboard the number 5. That's David Day.
Rolling off 19th tonight will be car number 111. The 111 is Russell Stellings. And alongside of the 04, Fast, Frank Gonzalez, and Shotgun on the field. 21st starter tonight will be car number 77 of Gary Budson. So 21 rockets, Todd. They are strapped to the backs of these guys. We are ready to unload with a tirade of speed and excitement that is only duplicated live right here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Todd, I am itching and ready to go, and it is damn good to have my partner back alongside for our 30-lap feature event for the pros. We're half a lap from green.
The iRacing.com pace truck getting ready to pull off, getting ready to set that iRacing I flag, green flag out in the air. It is in the air, green flags in the air. We're racing at Volusia Speedway. Howard Weaver jumps out to the early advantage over Adam Joseph. Joseph digging down onto the bottom side. Here comes Martin Carson, Speeds.
He's up to the outside, but yellow flag going to go out the speedway. Yellow, yellow, yellow immediately here on the opening lap of the race, and conspicuous by his absence near the front of the field was one car number 66 of Spencer Swafford, and I'm not sure if something happened with 66 on the initial start, Todd, because he was scheduled to start up there around position number 6 or 7, and I did not see that car even register. Oh, there he is. He did come by on the screen, but 20 cars are out there on the racetrack. First yellow flag of the night, Canada Record Service yellow flag. Let's us show off a Plano.com, FullVelocity.com replay. Todd, if anything, what do you got to show for us?
Well, it looks like Greg Lewis aboard the number 95 machine getting into the back of the 31 of Mike Cron. Cron goes around, collects another driver up there on the speedway. Tough break for Mike Cron here early on in the going. He's going to have a little bit longer road to hoe here to try to get back to the front. He's going to restart at 19.
And I think the other car that may have got a piece of that action was the 4 car of Frank Gonzalez. So those guys up to start at the rear of the field. And glad to see our Weaver Vision guys over there out the Facebook Live chat. Got to thank Sam Perry. See Sam tuning in. I see Oscar over there as well. Stephen Calavota's out there as well. Great to have you all aboard out there. Keep that thing entertaining all night long. That makes it a good time for us, of course. And we will be here all night long with the Pro Late Models here now. The Super Late Models that come up here just at the conclusion of our Pro Late Model feature event. But we still got 25 plus laps to go in the pros here at Volusia. Howard Weaver, the crowd delight out there in the race lead over Adam Joseph, Steven Spees, Martin Karch, and Marcus Mays going to be our top 5. And it looks like this time by, I believe, lights are out atop the iRacing.com pace truck as we roll towards turn number 3 and 4. I'm awaiting that truck to make a hard left-hand turn, ducking for cover here onto pit road. They exit turn number 4. The pace truck going to exit stage left, and the iRacing I flag, great flag, returns to the speedway. Howard Weaver going to lead him down to turn number 1. Yeah,
Weaver up through the gearbox, and he dives down to the turn number 1, running the bottom side of the speedway, almost 3 wide for that 4th spot. Here comes Marcus Mays aboard the number 12 machine, fighting tooth and nail there with the 33 of Martin Karch side by side. Battle for that 4th spot. Howard Weaver bobbles off at turn number 4, leaves the door wide open for Spees, and Spees now down to the bottom. iRacing I flag 07, the South Texas machine, now has a rear mirror. Now it's up alongside of him, I should say. The 55 of Steve Spees that stars on dirt machine side by side. Here comes Joseph to the extreme outside there. Thinks better of it, backs out of it down the front straightaway.
Yeah, I don't think that was going to work 3 wide that time off of turn number 4, but one will never know. But they stay 2 wide for the race lead. Howard Weaver, Steven Spees, that stars on dirt machine. That blue car rolling to the inside. Weaver going to slam the door shut. Howard Weaver going to maintain the lead. Now Speed's going to fall back to the clutch of a side-by-side race between Joseph up high, Marcus Mays on 12, then 3 wide for second off 2.
3 wide for second in the sandwich. There's the 55 of Steve Spees. Here comes Mays down to the bottom side. Joseph up top. They're leading on each other just a little bit, coming out the corner, giving a little bit of a gap to Howard Weaver as he comes down to turn number 1. Oh, contact made. Karch in Blankenship. Parking lot over turns 1 and 2.
And I think that may have started over off of turn number 4 because I believe the 12 car of Marcus Mays just clipped the edge of that water barrel exiting off the 4th turn, and I think that sent him up the racetrack and sent guys spiraling up there looking for running room and trying to stay clean. I saw Blankenship, I saw Martin getting involved there. I think Blake Heather also getting a piece of the wreck. So yellow flag number 2 presented by Hanover Record Service. Yellow, yellow, yellow on now lap number 10 of a 30-lap main event allows us to go down there to the booth. And Todd has our Full Velocity Racing Network replay presented by Plano.com.
And it's an extreme one here as we go down through the corner. Here is a little bit of a bobble there. They come down into turn number 1, and Karch just gets into the back of Blankenship. Blankenship's able to ride it the right way. It little bit more contact there, but our round goes, I believe that's a 50 of Brett Pryor. Around involved in that one, a few other cars getting a piece. The 7 of Witt getting involved. A tough break there for, it looks like, Steve Spees. A lot of cars getting some damage out of that one. Down in turns 1 and 2, but Martin Karch going to run all the way back to the 20th position, so that's where he's going to restart the number 33 machine after a good run in the heat race.
All right, Todd, we've talked about this wall for years at Volusia, that inside wall, the opening in 3 and 4. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did the 12 car bounce off the inside wall, off of 4, and maybe get those guys scrambling for running room that caused that wreck down in turn number 1?
It was just, it looked like a backup of things there, Phil. I don't think he glanced the wall down there in the replay, but looked like just a little bit of a check up there as they went 3 wide there. I don't think he wanted to run into the wall. I think that was the biggest thing. I don't think he touched the wall. He was rather close, though.
He was close enough to swipe Todd Stanton's debit card. I can tell you that much aboard car number 12. That's a thing right there. You guys have no idea, but we've had a fun day here live with the Full Velocity Racing Network.
Hot card and debit card, fantastic, right, Phil?
The credit card, the debit card, they're all great.
People like to steal things.
They do like to steal things. They definitely do. We're going to steal some green flag racing here now. I'm racing I Fly. Green flag returns on lap number 13. Howard Weaver going to lead the field off turn number 2. Adam Joseph gets a hell of a run of high, Todd. He's going to cling second down the back straightaway.
Yeah, Joseph still in that second spot. He's looking at Howard Weaver, going to try to find a way around him here in the Pro Late Models presented by Hanover Wrecker Service. Steve Spees back down to the bottom side. Remember, he is your current points leader and last year's points champion here in the Pro Late Model division as he fights it off there for that 3rd spot with the number 12 of Marcus Mays. Mays right now running about middle group. Looks like he's going through a little bit of a tight condition there, just trying to drive it. It's rather the same setup here. It is a fixed setup in the Pro Late Models, but it's all in how you drive it here, Phil. And these guys got some different lines that they're able to work through.
They certainly are. They're doing a heck of a job out here so far as we're already halfway home. 15 in, 15 to go for the Pro Lates here for the Dirt Slinging Outlaws. Howard Weaver continuing to lead. Off turn number 2, Adam Joseph running in the 2nd spot. Marcus Mays who's in the outside lane, Todd. He has waltzed his way up to 3rd. The battle is for 4th, and Steven Spees the 55. Spencer Swafford the 66 got a dig in a pie. That's racing for the 4th spot now off of turn 2.
Yeah, Swafford making some headway. The Red Rocket and the number 66 machine on the outside of the speedway. Looks like he may be able to get around Spees here. There's a little bit more of a challenge there for the 55 to stay on the bottom side. Looks like it's starting to get a little bit slippery down there. The bite going away. Now going to have to settle around for that 5th spot. It's the 66 of Swafford now takes over 4th.
Swafford now up to 4th. Spees going to fall back to 5th, and he may fall under fire from Nathan Castle because that 21 car digging down to the low side off the edge of the 4. He did this in his heat race, Todd. That 21 was locked and loaded down low. He's alongside Steven Spees. They drag race off of 2. That's for the 5th spot headed down toward turn 3.
And we got a battle for the 2nd spot. Marcus Mays down to the bottom side by side with Adam Joseph coming off of turn number 4. Give it to Mays there at the line just by a touch over the 017 machine. Swafford starting to get into the fray. Speeds right there too. They're both knocking on the door of this battle right directly in front of them for that 2nd spot. Howard Weaver got to be smiling in that 07 machine, as I know he's got a rearview mirror in that car, looking up and looking back there, Phil. And he's seeing those guys race side by side. He can just set sail.
Do you think he's firing a tweak behind the wheel of that car while racing in the lead? Because that guy would never surprise me. Howard Weaver is certainly a character, leading the field by 4 car lengths now off of turn number 4, completing out lap number 21. We're under 10 laps to go here for the Pro Late Models. So Dirt Slinging Outlaws, the race is on for that 2nd spot, as Todd said. Marcus Mays trying to make it happen down there. Adam Joseph keeping it going on the high side. Here comes Spencer Swafford. He's going to look for 3rd. He's got teammate Marcus Mays down low as they race off of 4.
Yeah, Mays just able to get alongside those 17 there briefly. Here comes the 66 of Swafford. He doesn't want to stay in 4th too much longer as he gets down to the bottom side. Down the back straightaway here to turn number 3. Swafford down to the inside. I don't know if he's going to be able to get that forward bite, but we're going to have to wait on that one there, Phil. As yellow flag comes out, the Hanover Wrecker Service yellow flag once again here in Volusia.
Yep, 3rd time we agree to buy the Hanover Wrecker Service caution flag on lap number 24 of a 30-lap main event, and looking like something happening there off of the exit of turn number 2, I believe, and I think it may have got the 28 car of Steve Spees over there. I believe also AJ Cruz may have got a piece of this one. I think Scott Schroeder had a piece of this one 15 as well. I'm not so sure. Let's find out with PlayNo.com. Full Velocity replay.
Well, here's what happened here. The BladeNode.com full velocity instant replay. And the 111 of Snelling gets together here. It looks like with the 343 or about 343 of AJ Cruz, and Steven Speeds gets a free ride there from the 50 of Brett Pryor, as Pryor just keeps driving with him on top of his hood there, Phil. Nice free ride there for Steven Speeds as Speeds able to bring it back together, gather it back up. So tough break for that number 28 machine. Going to join the tail end of the field here once again. Going to have to fight there with AJ Cruz as Cruz, both of those cars damaged here in that wreck.
And for you guys who may be tuning in here to the DSO guys for the first time, or maybe have caught some of our Racing with Stars on Dirt over the winter time, yes, Steve Spees aboard car number 28, Steven Spees aboard car number 55. Try that out for a tongue twister. We've been doing this as announcers for a couple of months. It is Steven Spees of the 55, Steve Spees aboard car number 28. What's the chance you're going to find anything as close to that out there in iRacing, Todd? I never knew it could happen. It's happened to us. It's a lot of fun to do. We're getting ready to go back green flag racing, I believe. This time by in Volusia, we're going to be under 5 laps to go. Looks like single file restart being called. Howard Weaver is going to like that because he's going to have Adam Joseph, Marcus May, Spencer Swafford, and Steven Spees. That's going to be your top 5 off of 4. Pace truck is in. iRacing, I-flag, green flag in the air. 5 lap shootout.
Yeah, 5 lap shootout. Here comes Marcus Mays down to the bottom side. He knows he's got to make quick work of Joseph here. That number 017 machine. Side-by-side battle down the back straightaway. Howard Weaver lead him down into turn number 3. Still side-by-side as Mays and Joseph as they come out of turn 4.
That's a good battle going on, you said, for second. Mays to the low side of Joseph down to 1 and 2. Going to drive it a little bit deeper. Is that number 12 car 017 going to make it work up high? Also good race going on behind those guys. Todd from position of the top 5 between Nathan Kaiser and Justin Whip. Whip follows a little bit. Big more side by side. Let's stay up here in this battle for second. Mays to the low side of Joseph. Drag race up in turn 2.
As they get to the back straight away, we got about a lap and a half left. We already got the Popsicle 6 last time by Weaver. Right now leading this event here, trying to truck away from the second place battle here. The number 12 of Marcus Mays and Adam Joseph as white flag comes out in the air here for the 07, the iRacing I-Flag, South Texas Speedway. Howard Weaver, he leads him down the back straight away. Great battle still maintaining for that second spot. Howard Weaver going to win this race off of turn number 4. It's going to be Weaver taking down the victory. Adam Joseph going to beat Marcus Mays out for that second spot in that number 12 machine. 12 going to finish up 3rd. Spencer Swafford going to finish up 4th. And Steven Spees aboard the number 55 machine going to finish up in your 5th spot.
Yes, they will. It's also going to be Nathan Kaiser in for 6, Justin Witt 7. Blake Healy will finish up 8th, David Day 9th, TJ McGuire with a good solid top 10, Greg Lewis 11th, Frank Gonzalez 12th, Russell Stellings 13th, Martin Karch 14th, and Mike Cron finishing up 15th. 16th will be Brett Pryor. AJ Cruz will finish 17th, Scott Schroyer 18th, Tyler Blankenship 19th, Steve Speaks will finish up 20th. And final car out there was Gary Budson's number 77. Do not believe he took a lap. We will run down here to the track side. We will talk to our race winners, Howard Weaver. We'll talk to Adam Joseph and Marcus Mays live on the post-race show. Stay tuned here on your source for esports racing. All right, ready? Folks, back live on the post-race show. We'll go down here. I'm going to run a victory lane and talk about race winner, but let's talk to second and third first. I'm going to throw it first to Todd. I believe he's caught up on our third place finisher, car number 12, Marcus Mays, trackside with Todd.
Yeah, down here with third place finisher here tonight, driver number 12, Marcus Mays. And guys, don't go anywhere. We got super late models coming up, those who are watching. But Marcus having a great finish here. Third place finish to the drivers in this group. I tell you what, the Dirt Slinging Outlaws, They have fantastic drivers throughout here. A third place finish. I know you probably wanted more. You had a great spirited battle there with the 0-1-7 of Adam Joseph Marcus there in the closing laps. Tell us about your race here tonight.
Yeah, that was a really fun race. I really wanted to get around the 17 car to see what I had for Weaver. If I could have got by him, I think I would have had something for Weaver. But I stuck on that bottom, and all in all, it was a really good race between me and the 17.
Now, we've broadcasted a lot of races here lately of Volusia. This track seems to go away on the bottom there, but then it seems to come back. Is there not enough laps for that bottom to come back here tonight? It doesn't look like you had the forward bike coming off there to get around the 017 machine.
Actually, the bottom was pretty good through the whole entire race. You just had to be really easy on the throttle. If you upset your tires one time, you'll lose 2 or 3 positions. So when I'd get stuck on the bottom, I'd pretty much trail brake. A lot of people don't use their brakes in these cars, but I'd trail brake probably about 60% of the track.
All right, Marcus, as we're accustomed to here on Full Velocity Racing Network, again, congratulations on your third place finish here tonight. But I'm going to give you the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank who you'd like to thank here this evening.
Yeah, I want to thank Hanover Record Service, Hatfield McCoy Moonshine LLC, Russell Brown Race Cars, Borden and Wayne Restorations, 187 Custom Calls, Domino Printing, Stevens Computer Repair, A&8, and my team Mud Ducks for everything that they do, and you guys for putting it on.
One more quick question to you, Marcus. How's your luck going to be in the Supers here tonight?
I've got a very fast setup for the Supers here. I was practicing earlier, and I'm really happy with the way my car was handling. So you guys look for me up front.
All right, ladies and gentlemen out there on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch, make sure you look for the number 12 of Marcus Mays to do even probably better than the third place finish. Pretty confident here tonight. So Marcus Mays taking down the third place tonight here in the Pro Late Models. Now we're going to go to the Super Late Models open setup here in just a few moments. Before I do that, though, I'm going to stop down and hopefully talk to the second place finisher here, driver of the 017 machine, Adam Joseph. Adam, great race between you and Marcus there towards the end of this event, and man, what a fantastic race for you there. You were up there, you were able to toss it up there with Howard Weaver for a little bit, and then Marcus Mays. I mean, good consistent finish for you here tonight, actually getting on the podium here tonight. Tell us about it.
Yeah, thanks. I think my heart was in my throat the entire race. Anytime you can be following Howard around the track and with the other fast guys that are up there, I was really excited to be there, and it was good, clean racing. Marcus and I chatted at the end of the race, and he had some opportunities, but he wanted to play it clean, so I appreciate that. But yeah, it was good. The track was starting to go away a little bit at the end there. High side, which I was sticking to, was going away a bit, but still, it was a fun race.
Definitely a fun race. You guys put on a great battle, you and Marcus, and even when you were up there with Howard, you were trying to sling it down past him there through the corner, but picking up a second place finish here tonight. And I know you've had a lot of bad luck as of late. This has got to feel good.
Yes, it does. Seems like whenever I qualify in the top 4 or 5, something happens in the feature and I end up last. So finishing on the podium this week definitely feels good.
Well, Adam, like we're accustomed to here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, I'm going to throw you the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank who we'd like to thank here tonight.
I'm going to thank my wife, Ann, lets me do this, and we'll call her my main sponsor on the car, so happy with that. And, of course, Scott and all the guys at Dirt Slinging Outlaws for putting this on. It's a great league. I look forward to racing every Monday night with this, and hopefully it'll keep going.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up second place here tonight, driver of the 017, that's Adam Joseph taking down second. But I'm going to throw it down to victory lane with the driver Howard Weaver. That is going to be Phil. It's going to be different here because Phil and I switched roles here, at least for the Pro Late Models. But I believe you got Howard Weaver standing by there, Phil. Take it away.
I'm not sure I'm going to be interviewing Howard Weaver. He's going to be interviewing me. But nonetheless, this ought to be a lot of fun. Howard, congratulations, friend. We find you once again at victory lane. Did you have any stress at all, Phil, in that race? Because Joseph gave you a really good race there early on, and so did Speeds on that 55 car. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty quiet, but it was more fun than last week because I actually picked the right place to start on the restarts or on the initial start, and it wasn't too bad.
No, it seemed to really work for you. Low side really never came in at all, and I think that really played in your hand using that car rolling on up high. But Howard, as always, man, there's always a contingent of guys that follow you out here over to the Facebook Live chat, even migrating over to YouTube and also over there on Twitch as well. A guy like you winning another race, do they all kind of run together now, as many as you won? Does everyone mean something to you? You know, how much joy do you take in winning a race like this and beating a very competitive field you had from behind? Because there's really some really good drivers that come race over here each and every Monday night.
I don't take much joy in winning. I like seeing other people win, but I can't help it. But I like to see other people win if possible. So do a lot of other people. So I don't know. It sucks.
So I have to ask: are you like the John Gerard of dirt racing, or are you the Ricky Bobby of dirt racing? Because you're out front. I picture you reading a book, setting a tweet out there. You don't tweet and drive at the same time out there racing, do you?
Well, I'm not giving away my secrets, Phil, but I am the sole operator of the Weaver Vision account, and as you may have noticed, I was typing all race, but it's not as easy as it looks. You gotta race with mind control, and then use your fingers to do the typing.
I don't know. I don't know how you do it. You're a man of many talents, many disciplines. Howard Weaver down here in Victory Lane. I think you know how this bit works. I know you've got a lot of people that watch and sponsor you. I'm going to give you the mic one more time. Then you and Todd are going to have a party down here, possibly in the Supers in a little while. But I'm going to give it to you one more time. I'm glad you called me Phil. I was waiting for like a rod or something. Howard, here's the mic, man. Congratulations on yet another win, and have some fun.
Yeah, it was only 30 laps. My brain is still pretty good shape, so I got the names right tonight. That's good. But yeah, I gotta thank iRacing Aflac, Jeff Brown, as always, South Texas Speedway VLR, Full Velocity for the coverage, Hanover Towing. Tyler Blankenship sent out a picture of him being faster than me in practice while we were still in practice. And then I responded while we were practicing that it's only practice with that Allen Iverson gif. So, but still, that's good that he was able to take a picture like that. He's a sponsor, so I may have let him get that.
All right, you got to settle the debate for me one more time. It's practice for a game. Are we playing a game or are we simulating? Because you've won 1,000 races this thing. We're simulating, right? Because it's almost like you're out there playing games with these guys.
It's a simulator, I guess. I don't know. I don't have a real car, but I'd say it's pretty similar. I'll say it's a sim.
All right. Well, if Weaver's calling it a sim, he probably needs a real car. So, hey, Jeff Brown out there, I know you're watching. BladeNote.com. You guys want a really hot driver. I know Scott Bargloff, South Texas Speedway, the home of Howard Weaver, his home track. Get this guy a new race car right there. There you have it, folks. Howard Weaver, tonight's big winner of the Pro Lakes. Howard, as always, thanks for being a good sport. And if I know any better, probably a good chance to one of the two of us will probably talk you here with top three. Unless bad luck follows you, of course. I think Calavoda out there may put a hex on you.
Yeah, Calavoda is a hater because I made a better looking female than he did on that Snapchat thing.
Oh my goodness!
He's just jealous of my looks.
I can't.
Did you see that picture? I mean, that girl's out of my league, and it's made off of me. But anyway,
unbelievable. I saw this in the game chat before the race happened, folks. There you have it. Before this gets completely out of control and I lose my mind, Mr. Howard Weaver taking down the win here in Volusia for the Pro Late Models Dirt Singing Outlaws. But do not go away because the Super Late Models Open Setup Racing coming up next here live on your source of esports racing. Don't go anywhere.